Hi everyone and welcome back to this channel. One of the questions that I get a lot is how did I grow as an artist and how did I find my style? And I was thinking about this a while back and I was reflecting upon my own journey and I realized that I probably had 3 different stages of learning. I even wrote a blog about it a few years back. And today I wanted to share these 3 stages with you. Before we dive in, I wanted to clarify this video is not about quick steps or a guide to how you can find your style. Finding your style is a very personal journey and it's different for every individual. But this video will help you get to a position where you can explore your style with more clarity and confidence. If you're a new artist who's just starting out painting, or you've been painting for a while but you haven't seen a lot of progress, then you may find this video helpful by identifying which stage you're in and what it takes for you to go to the next level. By the way, if you're someone who loves to learn with a bit of structure, I have created a free workbook just for you. It's called the Art Journey Workbook and it's designed to help you reflect and plan and take actions as you move forward in your journey of 3 stages of the learning. So do check that out as well. Link is in the description below. If you're new here and you don't know me, I'm Kanchan Kaul. I'm a self-taught artist, illustrator and a Skillshare top teacher. I even have a small creative business where I design and sell watercolor brushes and paper that pair perfectly for my style of painting. I love sharing content about my art on my other social media platforms as well, and you can follow me there as well. Lately, I have been drawn to vintage landscapes and I wanted to paint one for my home. But before I could paint it on a big canvas, I wanted to start small and first learn how to paint acrylics and landscapes too. Both the medium and the subject are new to me, so I decided to paint these wooden coasters, which have been with me for a while. And while I learn how to paint these landscapes, I thought I will share a little bit about the 3 stages of learning that I feel most artists go through. At least I did. And I hope you find it helpful. Stage 1 is the how stage. That's what I like to call it. This is where every artist starts. You're full of enthusiasm, maybe even overwhelmed by the possibilities. And most importantly, you're asking that one big question. How do I start this? How do I paint? Or how do I shade in graphites, or how do I draw a hand which doesn't look like a spaghetti? You know what I mean. Any skill that you've wanted to learn but you don't know how to get started with it. At this stage, taking a formal class or workshop can be incredibly helpful. Whether it is online through Skillshare or in person at a local workshop, learning directly from the professionals accelerates your growth. You will get direct feedback and you'll also understand the theory behind the tools, the techniques. Think of learning a new language. First, you learn how to speak the words and the grammar. So that's the first stage of learning. So in this stage, you will be learning the actual process of how to paint or how to draw or anything else from an expert. Basically, the foundational rules. Oh my gosh, I can tell you that painting this sun when I was painting the landscape was the toughest part in painting landscapes. Anyways, while I struggle, I'll go on. So stage 1, which is the how stage, is all about learning and exploration and repetition. You're not just creating, you're absorbing. And that's how you grow. Okay, now comes the second attempt of making that sun. I think this time I kind of got it right. Or maybe not, I don't know. A little better. But once you've got a grip on the how, a new question starts to arise. And that's what brings you to stage 2, the why stage, the turning point in your journey. Here you've gone from learning the foundations to analyzing. You start asking questions like, why does this brush stroke work better than the other one? or you want to dig deeper into the color theory, or why you chose this composition. You're not just following steps anymore, you're digging into the logic behind this. And this is where your artistry will start to evolve. You're beginning to see behind the canvas. Perhaps compare different artist styles. In this stage, what I did was I mimicked other artists, actually pretty much copied them, and that's okay. In fact, that's great. This is how your brain starts connecting the dots. I know that sounds shocking that you're copying another artist, but learning from the masters is one of the best ways. It's called the master study. Try not to take any instructions, but just based on your learnings from stage one, try to recreate the artworks on your own that you appreciate. My suggestion would be to stick to 2 or 3 artists whose work you like and admire. And if you already took a class from them in stage 1, that would be even better. So you can just copy them in stage 2 without instructions. So go ahead. Don't be afraid to copy or recreate someone else's work. Just make sure you credit the original artist if you are sharing your work. And of course, I do not recommend sharing your art at this stage because it's not your own. Master study, as we call it, is for personal growth and not for sharing or making money out of it. So keep it to yourself and use it as a learning tool. For example, these acrylics landscape, I am in stage 2. Here I'm mimicking a few works of artists. I got the reference from Pinterest. And unfortunately, I do not know who the original artist is. If you know, please let me know. So this work is definitely not my own, and I'm very much still in the learning phase of how to paint landscapes, vintage looking landscapes in acrylics. What I'm learning here is how to make that bright sun and even that blending of the setting sun's crimson color around it. That is why, if you notice, I've picked landscapes which are pretty much similar. As you paint more and more independently, you will slowly begin to find that shift, that you will see that progress to the next level, which is discovering your style. And that's the whole point of this, right? We want to reach to a position where we will be able to find and explore our own style with confidence. And this is what I call is stage 3. This is the most personal stage, discovering your style. This is where you stop asking how and why quite so much, and you start asking what feels right to you. Oh gosh, that sun again. I don't know why I'm picking these landscapes, but this sun is really tricky. This stage can be very terrifying because now it's just you and the blank canvas, and there are no instructions and no tutorials and no artwork to copy as well. Just exploration. You might wonder, what if I don't have a style yet? What if I don't know what makes my work mine? That's perfectly normal. In fact, your style doesn't appear one day like magic. It's something that emerges with consistent practice and brave explorations and experimentations like I'm doing right now. Try to click a reference picture of the kind of art you want to make and start painting it on your own. Your unique voice will surface with time. Be confident in what you have learned in stage 1 and what you have practiced in stage 2. They will come in handy in this stage, where you will slowly paint on your own in your own style. Don't rush it, create more, analyze less. Eventually, you will notice a rhythm in your work. Certain color palettes or subjects will reappear again and again, and that's your voice speaking. Listen to it. And finally, for these coasters, I wanted to paint the back in a dark gray color, and I wanted to sign them. I'm not really sure what I will do with them. Will I use them as coasters? Will I just keep them in a corner or frame them? I have no idea. But I really enjoyed painting these vintage landscapes, copying another artist actually, and I hope I paint something original very soon. The beautiful truth is there is no finish line. Even professional artists keep looping back through these three stages all the time. You might relearn the how when you're picking up a new medium, or you may ask the why again when you're tackling a new subject, and your style that will evolve just as you do. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments which stage you are in currently and what are you working on. If you enjoyed this video and want to take your learning deeper, make sure you grab the copy of your Art Journey workbook. The link is in the description. It's a great companion to help you stay on track and motivated. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Remember, every artist was once an amateur, which is a beautiful place to begin.